Our story begins billions of years ago. A giant star, much larger than our own sun, reached the end of its life. It exploded in a supernova, a cosmic event of unimaginable power. This explosion sent shockwaves through space. These shockwaves disturbed a nearby cloud of gas and dust. This disturbance caused the cloud to collapse in on itself. Gravity pulled the particles together. As the cloud collapsed, it began to spin faster and faster. The center of the cloud became incredibly hot and dense. This was the birth of our sun. The sun's powerful gravity drew in most of the surrounding gas and dust. However, some of the material remained in orbit around the newborn star. This material would eventually clump together to form the planets, including our own Earth. Over millions of years, dust and gas in the early solar system collided. These collisions generated heat. The particles began to stick together, forming larger and larger objects called planetesimals. Earth grew from these collisions. As Earth grew, its gravity increased. The stronger gravity pulled in even more material from its surroundings. This bombardment of asteroids and comets generated immense heat. The heat melted the young planet's surface. Earth was a ball of molten rock and metal. The heavier elements like iron and nickel sank to the center. This formed the planet's core. Lighter elements like silicon and oxygen rose to the surface. Imagine Earth in its infancy. The surface was a fiery ocean of molten rock. Volcanoes erupted violently, spewing lava and gases into the primitive atmosphere. The sky glowed red with heat. Meteors bombarded the planet relentlessly. These impacts created massive craters and threw up clouds of dust and debris. The Earth was a hostile and unforgiving place. There was no sign of life, only intense heat and constant bombardment. This period of intense heat and bombardment lasted for millions of years. It was a crucial stage in Earth's evolution. The planet was being shaped by powerful forces. These forces would eventually give rise to the Earth we know today. Section 4. Cooling and condensation, the birth of oceans. Slowly, over eons, Earth began to cool. The constant bombardment from space subsided. The planet's surface cooled enough for a crust to form. This crust was constantly reshaped by volcanic activity. As Earth cooled further, something remarkable happened. Water vapor trapped in the planet's interior was released through volcanic eruptions. This water vapor accumulated in the atmosphere. As the atmosphere cooled, the water vapor condensed. Rain fell upon the cooling crust for thousands of years. These torrential rains filled the planet's basins, forming the first oceans. The birth of Earth's oceans marked a pivotal moment in its history. Section 5. Volcanic fury shaping the land. Volcanic activity continued to reshape the Earth's surface. Underwater volcanoes erupted, releasing lava and gases. Over time, these eruptions built up massive piles of volcanic rock. These piles eventually broke the surface of the ocean. These newly formed islands were the first land masses on Earth. As volcanic activity continued, these land masses grew and merged. Over millions of years, they formed the continents we recognize today. The continents drifted across the planet's surface, colliding and breaking apart. These collisions created mountain ranges and shaped the Earth's geography. The planet was constantly changing, driven by the powerful forces within its core. Section 6. Life finds a foothold. The first microorganisms. The early oceans were teeming with dissolved minerals and gases. These provided the building blocks for life. In this primordial soup, something extraordinary happened. Life emerged. The first life forms were simple single-celled microorganisms. These tiny organisms thrived in the warm, nutrient-rich waters. They were the ancestors of all life on Earth. The emergence of life marked a turning point in Earth's history. From a molten inferno, Earth had transformed into a planet capable of supporting life. This marked the beginning of a long and fascinating journey, leading to the incredible diversity of life we see today.